You didn't call anyone?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I just thought that if I did, it'd make it real.
You're so scared. You think it was your fault? How do you feel now?
I can't move.
You can't move.
Why can't I move?
You're paralyzed. Just like that day when you did nothing. You did nothing. Now, sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
And the Oscar goes to Jordan Peele, Get Out.
It's the initial foundational step of making movies, deciding what story you want to tell, and then writing it down in a form that will enable others to help you make it.
This means so much to me. I stopped writing this movie about 20 times because I thought it was impossible. I thought it wasn't gonna work. I thought no one would ever make this movie. But I kept coming back to it because I knew if someone let me make this movie, that people would hear it and people would see it.
A screenplay is your movie's plan, like the blueprints of a house, and nothing gets built without it.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only. You think I'm fucking with you? I am not fucking with you. I'm here from downtown. I'm here from Mitch and Murray. And I'm here on a mission of mercy. Your name's Levine? Yeah. You call yourself a salesman, you son of a bitch?
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is you're fired. The bad news is you've got just 1 week to regain your job, starting with tonight. Starting with tonight's sit.
Oh, have I got your attention now?
Good. Because we're adding a little something to this month's sales contest. As you all know, first prize is a Cadillac Eldorado. Anybody want to see second prize? Second prize, a set of steak knives. Third prize is you're fired.
Back in the beginning, after cinema was first invented, it took only a few years for the medium to evolve from being pure spectacle of light and magically reproduced reality to being a popular art form powered by storytelling. After the first few years of anecdotal shorts, enjoyed for their novelty, audience demanded longer, meatier fare, which meant stories told with images that move. Movies were at first a kind of living, incandescent combination of photography, magic acts, and circus stunts. Around the turn of the century, they roped in the absorbing, longer-form substance of theatrical drama and novels, which meant someone had to write the screenplays, and a new craft was born. Quickly, the new industry needed scripts to tell the film crews what kind of locations, props, and costumes they needed, and to let the actors know what their characters were about in detail, and everything else that needed to go into the film. Cars, horses, babies, armies, collapsible sets, period clothes, extras,
$9.40, this is an outrage!
set design, you name it.
Oh, it's true, isn't it? You thought I loved Rebecca? You thought that?
I hated her.
The screenplay is the movie's architectural plan, written in a way meant for production purposes. But more than that, the screenplay tells the story, its rhythms and scope, and pacing and peaks.
You're weekend sailors, not the bloody Navy.
The script makes it clear to everyone involved what happens, what the story's emotional impact is supposed to be.
Why should we be allowed to send our children to fight it?
You should be at home!
And what sort of experience the film is meant to deliver. With the coming of sound in 1927, the screenplay became more vital to the medium by an order of magnitude. Now you needed dialogue, and lots of it.
You like that, Mama? I'm glad of it. I'd rather please you than anybody I know of.
Dialogue that would not only move the story, but reveal character and theme and style.
But don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
Sir, you are no gentleman.
Playwrights were recruited in droves, and suddenly actors had scenes they could play out with their voices as well as their bodies.
No common advantage of me. Then you insult me.
I meant it as a compliment. And I hope to see more of you when you're free of the spell of the elegant Mr. Wilkes.
Directors became known not just for their visual achievements, but for how they handled the actors and the dialogue.
Well, here comes Hank at last. Vargas, you've heard of Hank Quinlan, our local police celebrity. I'd like to meet him. That's what you think.
What had been something like a triangulated force between director, actor, and cinematographer became a square, with the screenwriter's contribution becoming an indispensable aspect of what the audience expected from a movie.
Hell, you wasn't even coming close.
Get your damn hands off my rifle, mister.
Since then, for the last 90 years or so, movies begin on the page, as the vision of a writer prepared to be realized.
Move. Come here, Doctor.
Man, I gotta go. I'm working,
I'm working. Doctor, this is the mayor talking.
All right.
Doctor.
Come on, what?
Always do the right thing.
That's it?
That's it.
I got it. I'm gone.
Writing a screenplay can begin as simply as this. Imagine your movie, and then describe it in granular detail, so anyone reading the script will see the film as you see it.
Greta Gerwig, everybody!
But, of course, it's not that simple. You have to start thinking about structure, about acts, about time and pacing, about details, about revealing things while hiding others, and about what your story might mean to someone spending 90 or 120 minutes of their life watching
Thank you for coming back to see us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I heard when you first wrote the screenplay, it was like
350 pages.
50 pages long.
350. But then I reduced it down to a sleek 120.
You ready to go home?
Ready?
Her hand moved behind his head and supported it.
I don't really decide what a core of a story is before I write. I write to figure out what the story is, and I think that the characters end up talking to you and telling you what they want to be doing and what is important to them. And then, so in some ways, your job is to listen as much as to write, and to listen to what these characters that are coming through you are telling you.
Miguel saw someone knifed in front of him at Sac High. Is that what you want? So you're telling me that you want to see somebody knifed right in front of you?
He barely saw that. I want to go where culture is, like New York,
did I raise such a
or at least
snob?
Connecticut or New Hampshire, where writers live in the woods.
Get into those schools anyway.
Mom.
You can't even pass your driver's test.
Because you wouldn't let me practice
The way
enough.
that you work, or the way that you don't work, you're not even worth state tuition, Christine.
My name is Ladybird.
Well, actually, it's not, and it's ridiculous.
Call me
because your name
Ladybird
is
like
Christine.
you said you would.
You should just go to City College. You know, with your work ethic, just go to City College and then to jail, and then back to City College, and then maybe you'd learn to pull yourself up and not expect everybody to do everything.
It's a complex craft, but it's also the stage of filmmaking where you're freest to let your imagination run wild. There are no time constraints or technological barriers to worry about. Nothing to get between you and the movie you want to make.
Thank you so much.